This is breaking news from Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
The state of mind somebody would have to be in to do that, what he did already. And it's scary to think what could still happen.
A community on high alert this morning as the search for the man suspected of unleashing that massacre in Maine remains on the loose. Authorities swarming a home tied to Robert Card in Bowdoin yesterday, but did not find him.
All of this after two shootings in Lewiston Wednesday night. The first at just-in-time recreation, a bowling alley. 12 minutes later, police were alerted about another shooting at a nearby bar and grill. In all, 18 people killed and more than a dozen more wounded. Eyewitness News reporter Dan Krauth live in Lewiston this morning with the very latest on the investigation and this search that continues at this hour. Dan, what do we know?
Good morning, Mike and Sandra. The sun begins to rise here in Lewiston. That search for the gunman continues almost 36 hours after the mass shooting started. Today, we are learning new details about the suspect's mental state and about the victims he's accused of murdering. An all-out manhunt for 40-year-old Robert Card, the suspect in Wednesday night's massacre in Lewiston, Maine, accused of killing 18 people and wounding 13 others. Police swarming a home in Bowdoin yesterday, shouting through a megaphone and ordering the suspect to come outside, but he wasn't there.
You need to come outside, nothing in your hand, walk to the front of the truck in the driveway.
Earlier in the day, Card's neighbors speaking out, saying nothing seemed off with the suspect, who they say comes from a hard-working family of farmers.
The last time I saw him was 2 weeks ago when he was helping his father hay this field right here. And perfectly normal.
Just didn't seem like that kind of individual. Like I said, people have problems, but you don't expect them to go off the deep end like that.
But new details from law enforcement suggest otherwise. Card, an Army reservist, appears to have an interest in online conspiracy theories. He had a history of mental health problems, threatening to shoot up a military site in Maine. And over the summer, made violent threats to other soldiers at a military facility in Westchester County. He was ordered to undergo a mental health evaluation in West Point.
The critical question, how did someone in such a mental health crisis maintain access to a high-capacity rifle?
As the investigation intensifies, we are learning more about the victims. 53-year-old mother Tricia Asselin was a part-time worker at the bowling alley where the rampage began. When the gunfire erupted, she ran to call 911 and was shot.
And when she called 911 to save everybody, she lost her life because of it. My sister's a hero.
Also, Joseph Walker, who worked at the other shooting scene, a bar not far from the bowling alley.
Picked up a butcher knife and went after the gunman to try to stop him from killing other people. And that's when he shot my son to death.
Others more fortunate to have survived the massacre.
We dropped to the ground. And that's when I think I was shot in the arm.
Meanwhile, a shelter-in-place order continues across 2 counties. Schools and businesses remain closed. People here on edge, praying for an end to this nightmare.
Nothing like this has ever come around here, and now it's your living reality.
Lewiston is a fairly small city, and to think that this is in our own backyard is just, it's just very hard to comprehend.
They're hoping that end coming soon. Sources telling ABC News that a suicide note was left behind. They say there was no mention of a motive, but that it was addressed to the suspect's son and contained what they called rantings and personal information like bank account numbers.